And it's good news for the Abia State Governor as the Supreme Court has affirmed his election of Mr. Ikpeazu as Governor of the state. 2 out of the 3-man panel of the Supreme Court struck out the appeal of Mr. Oga, challenging the nomination and election of Ikpeazu, thereby affirming the judgment of the appeal court. Mr. Oga's appeal was dismissed for lacking in merit. The Chief Justice of Nigeria described the case as a storm in a teacup, which shouldn't have been entertained in the first place. He warned politicians against trying to influence the judiciary, saying there was a security breach which will be investigated by the court. He also wondered why some politicians will attempt to bribe court employees to know who is writing the judgment or what the judgment is. He asked politicians to allow the judiciary to do its job rather than trying to blackmail it.
The Abia State case has lasted for long, but now it has been finally laid to rest. Parties that lose election or persons that lose election should not continue to drag their states like in Abia and other people around the courts and wasting time distracting governance. What you have just seen since 2015 is distraction of governance in Abia. Thank God it has come to an end today.
We are thankful to God. We are thankful to their lordships of the Supreme Court. We are also grateful to the appellants, those who brought this case here. They were not fighting on the streets. They came here to court. The matter has been resolved. It has been resolved. And so it should not continue to be outstanding. They must go home now, unite with the government, and move that state forward. You heard all that the Chief Justice said about the need for the politicians to put their house in order. I agree with him.
Over 50 corporate organizations have been sealed across Osun State by the State Internal Revenue Service for default in the payment of statutory taxes and other duties. This is part of the drive by the state government to boost its revenue base in the face of current economic challenges. Owners of some of the affected organizations claim they were not duly served the necessary documents.
Officers from the Osun State Internal Revenue Service moved from one defaulting business to another in Osogbo, Ilesha, Ikiru, Ile-Ife and Iwo, and with a court order to enforce their closure for non-payment of taxes and other duties running into millions of naira. As expected, the exercise was not without some drama. The story appears to be the same in most of the areas visited, as many claim that they did not get prior notice.
I was not even aware, because sometimes they said the Honorable Togo was here, asked of me that we should pay certain amount of money. So I'm not aware of that. I should have paid. Looking at all the documents, you can see now, any letter given to me, I always comply.
In spite of the protest, the Osun Internal Revenue Service says all monies due to the state government will be collected, while defaulters will face the law.
We have 2 objectives: recovery of what is due to government, and more importantly, to ensure compliance now and subsequent period. That the allocation from FRAC is dropping by the day. We don't need to go into that. And the only way by which you can sustain some of these developments is for people to pay their tax, especially what they are owing.
According to the state IRS, the enforcement will go on for the next few months to ensure strict compliance of tax payments to help the government develop the state's infrastructure.
And that's a wrap of news across Nigeria. Many thanks for being a part of it. I'm Millicent Walker.